chosen one. Out of 8.2 billion people, only you have this. There is something deeply important unfolding right now, and if this moment quietly passes without your full attention, something precious could slip away that was meant to touch your life in a powerful and life-changing way. Because this message carries a gentle reminder of who you truly are in the eyes of Jesus Christ, and the loving presence of God, who has been watching over every step you have taken, even when you felt unseen and forgotten. Type 1212 if you believe. There has always been a quiet difference within you, something that could never fully blend with the noise of the world, something that made you feel both special and misunderstood at the same time. Yet this difference was never a burden, but a sacred mark placed upon your spirit by God with deep intention and everlasting love. As you continue reading these words, allow your heart to slow down and receive this truth, because you were never just another face in a crowd, never just another passing story in a world full of people, but someone chosen, someone gently set apart for a purpose that is filled with light, healing, and quiet strength that flows from God's endless grace. If this truth is touching your heart even in the smallest way, take a moment to show your support by liking this video and subscribing to this channel, because this simple act allows more souls to receive the same comfort, hope, and healing that is being placed into your life right now. There were nights when your heart felt heavy and your thoughts felt lost, yet even in those silent struggles, God was closer than your breath, holding your unseen tears and turning them into seeds of strength that would one day grow into something beautiful beyond your understanding. From the very beginning, your life has been guided by a gentle hand that never forced you but patiently led you, even through confusion and pain, shaping your spirit into something resilient and deeply compassionate, something that reflects the love of Jesus in ways that words cannot fully explain. Many people move through life without noticing the quiet whispers of God, but you have always felt something deeper, something that gently pulled you toward goodness even when the world pushed you in the opposite direction. And that is not by chance, but by divine design. There is a reason your heart cannot stay comfortable in negativity, a reason your soul seeks peace even when surrounded by chaos, and that reason is the presence of God within you, guiding you softly toward a life that carries meaning far beyond temporary things. Type 1010 if you agree. Even when you doubted yourself and questioned your worth, heaven never changed its view of you, because God does not see you through the mistakes you have made, but through the love that lives inside you and the future that is still being written with care and purpose. There were moments when doors closed without explanation, when people walked away without reason, and when your path seemed uncertain. Yet each of those moments was quietly protecting you from what was not meant for you, and guiding you toward what truly belongs in your life. Jesus has always walked beside you, not always in ways you could clearly see, but in the gentle strength that helped you stand again after falling, in the calm that came after storms, and in the quiet hope that refused to leave your heart even when everything else felt uncertain. You carry something rare, something that cannot be taught or copied, something that comes only from being deeply connected to God's love. And that is why your journey has felt different from others, because you were never meant to follow ordinary paths. This uniqueness is not something to fear or hide, but something to embrace with a peaceful heart, knowing that God has placed it within you for a reason that will unfold step by step in perfect timing, even when you cannot yet see the full picture. Your kindness, your patience, your quiet endurance, and your ability to still believe in goodness even after experiencing pain are all signs of the divine work happening inside you, shaping you into someone who can bring light into places that feel dark and heavy. Most people ignored this strange 7-second exercise when they first heard about it. That changed when stories began surfacing from people who had paid off debt, upgraded their lifestyles, purchased new homes, and experienced unexpected financial improvements. A recently surfaced CIA document points to an unusual brainwave process that is rapidly gaining attention online. Reports claim that 4 separate neuroscience research teams examined the method and found evidence that it may help shift mental patterns connected to wealth, opportunity, and personal success. Those who once struggled financially now say money seems to appear in ways they never anticipated. As interest grows, information about this method is becoming increasingly difficult to find. Click the link in the description and comments below to learn what everyone is talking about. There is no need to rush or force anything, because what God has prepared for you cannot be taken away or delayed beyond its right moment, and every step you take, even the small ones, are leading you closer to something that will bring peace and fulfillment. The world may not always understand you, and sometimes it may even make you feel alone, but you are never truly alone, because God's presence surrounds you in ways that go beyond what eyes can see and words can describe. You are chosen, not because you are perfect, but because you are willing, because your heart still listens, still feels, and still hopes. And that willingness is what allows God's love to flow through your life and touch others in quiet but powerful ways. There is a calm strength rising within you, something that will carry you through challenges without breaking, something that will allow you to stand with grace even when life feels uncertain, and that strength comes from the deep connection you share with God. Every experience you have faced, both joyful and painful, has been gently shaping you into the person you are becoming, someone who reflects love, patience, and quiet wisdom that cannot be shaken by temporary struggles. Your story is still unfolding, and what lies ahead carries blessings that will feel like answers to prayers you may have forgotten you once whispered, because God remembers every silent hope that lived in your heart. You may have noticed how certain situations in your life unfolded in unexpected ways, how paths changed suddenly, and how people came and went without clear reasons. Yet when you look back with a calm heart, you can begin to see that every shift carried a hidden purpose that was quietly shaping your future. God does not rush the process of building something meaningful, and that is why your life has moved at a pace that sometimes felt slow or uncertain, because what is being created within you is not temporary, but something lasting, something that carries strength, compassion, and a deep sense of peace. There were times when you felt overlooked, when your efforts seemed unnoticed, and when your kindness was not returned in the way you hoped. Yet even in those moments, God was using your quiet actions to build a foundation that cannot be shaken by disappointment or misunderstanding. Type yes to affirm. Your heart has always carried a softness that the world could not harden, and that softness is not weakness but a reflection of the love that flows from Jesus, a love that heals, comforts, and restores even the most broken places within the soul. Even when life placed challenges in front of you, you found a way to keep moving forward, not because everything was easy, but because something inside you refused to give up, something that continued to believe that better days were still ahead, even when you could not clearly see them. That quiet strength within you is a gift from God, a steady light that does not flicker when storms come, but instead shines even brighter, guiding you through darkness and leading you toward a place of calm and understanding. There is a reason why your spirit feels drawn toward peace, why your heart seeks comfort in faith, and why your thoughts return to hope even after moments of doubt, because you were created with a deep connection to God that continues to guide you no matter where you are. Not everyone feels this connection in the same way, and that is why your journey has felt different, because you carry something rare. something that allows you to sense God's presence in simple moments, in quiet thoughts, and in the gentle feeling that everything will be okay. There have been times when you questioned your path, when you wondered if you were moving in the right direction, and when uncertainty filled your mind, yet even in those moments, God was gently guiding your steps, ensuring that you remained on a path that leads to purpose and fulfillment. The delays you experienced were never meant to stop you, but to prepare you, to give you the strength and wisdom needed for what is ahead, because God understands your journey better than anyone else and knows exactly what you need at every stage of your life. You are not behind, and you are not missing out on anything that truly belongs to you, because what is meant for you is already being prepared in ways that go beyond what you can see right now, and it will come into your life at the right moment. Type 222 if you walk by faith. There is a calm assurance growing within you, something that replaces fear with quiet confidence, something that reminds you that no matter what happens, you are supported by a love that never fades and never turns away. Jesus walks with you in ways that are gentle and constant, offering comfort when you feel overwhelmed, offering strength when you feel weak, and offering peace when your mind becomes restless with worry and doubt. You do not have to prove your worth to anyone, because your value has already been established by God, who sees your heart, understands your intentions, and loves you without conditions or limits. Every step you take, even the small and quiet ones, carries meaning, because your journey is not measured by how fast you move, but by the growth that takes place within your heart and spirit along the way. There is beauty in your patience, there is strength in your endurance, and there is grace in your ability to remain kind, even when life has not always been kind to you. And these qualities are shaping you into someone who brings light into the lives of others. You are becoming someone who carries peace into chaos, someone who offers comfort without even trying, and someone whose presence brings a sense of calm that cannot be easily explained, and this is part of the purpose that has been placed within you. God is not finished with your story, and what lies ahead will reveal blessings that will feel like answers to the quiet hopes you have carried for so long, because nothing that you have been through has been wasted. Everything is being used to shape a future that will bring joy, fulfillment, and a deep sense of peace that cannot be taken away, because it comes from a place that is rooted in God's love and guided by His gentle hand. You are not alone in this journey, and you have never been alone, even in the moments when it felt that way, because God has always been with you, walking beside you, protecting you, and guiding you toward something beautiful. There is a quiet promise resting over your life, something that assures you that everything will come together in the right way at the right time, and that promise is held by God, who never breaks what He has spoken over your life. Continue to move forward with a peaceful heart, trusting that every step is leading you closer to something that will bring clarity, joy, and a deeper understanding of who you are and why you are here. You may have felt moments where everything slowed down, where life seemed to pause in a way that felt confusing at first, yet those pauses were not empty or meaningless, because they were filled with God's presence, allowing your heart to rest, to heal, and to grow stronger in ways that cannot be rushed or forced. What if the ability to attract greater wealth has been inside your mind all along? Newly revealed CIA-related research describes a brief 7-second routine believed to activate a little-known mental state associated with abundance and achievement. According to reports, the technique was reviewed by multiple neuroscience laboratories and is now being used daily by thousands of people looking to escape financial pressure and create a life filled with freedom, travel, and opportunity. Due to growing attention, access to this information may not remain available for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There is a sacred timing in everything that God does, and your life is moving according to that perfect timing, even when it feels uncertain, even when you cannot yet see the full picture, because what is being prepared for you is something that requires patience, trust, and a quiet faith that continues to believe without needing constant proof. Your journey has never been about keeping up with others or comparing your path to anyone else, because what God has placed within you is unique, something that cannot be measured by the standards of the world, and that is why your experiences have felt so personal and deeply meaningful. Type 2020 if you trust in God. There have been seasons in your life where you felt like you were waiting, where you wondered why things were not moving as quickly as you hoped. Yet in those seasons, God was doing His most important work within you, strengthening your spirit and preparing your heart for what is ahead. Waiting is not a sign of being forgotten, and it is not a sign of delay without purpose, but a time of quiet preparation, where your faith grows deeper, your understanding becomes clearer, and your connection with God becomes stronger in ways that will support you in the future. Jesus has always walked beside you with patience and love, never rushing you, never leaving you behind, but guiding you step by step, allowing you to learn, to grow, and to become someone who carries His light in a way that feels natural and true. There is a calm reassurance that begins to settle within you when you start to trust this process, a gentle peace that replaces the need to control everything, and a quiet confidence that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You are not being overlooked, and you are not being left behind, because God sees every effort you make, every step you take, and every moment where you choose to keep going even when it feels difficult, and He honors that with love and guidance. Type 999 if you trust Jesus. There is something beautiful about the way your heart continues to remain open, even after experiencing challenges and disappointments, because that openness allows God's love to flow through you freely, bringing healing not only to your own life, but also to the lives of those around you. Your presence carries a quiet warmth, a gentle comfort that others can feel even without words, and that is a reflection of the connection you have with God, a connection that continues to grow stronger with each passing day. There is no need to rush toward the future or to worry about what has not yet happened, because everything that belongs in your life will come at the right time, in the right way, and with a sense of peace that confirms it was meant for you. God is not working against you, and He is not withholding anything that is meant for you, but carefully arranging every detail so that when it arrives, it brings lasting joy and fulfillment rather than temporary satisfaction. You are being guided towards something meaningful, something that will align with your heart, your values, and your purpose, and that guidance is happening even now, in ways that may be quiet but are always certain. Every experience you have faced has added something valuable to your journey, whether it was strength, understanding, patience, or compassion, and all of these qualities are shaping you into someone who can carry light into the world. There is a quiet strength within you that continues to grow, something that does not rely on circumstances or external validation, but comes from a deep place of faith and trust in God's presence within your life. You are becoming more grounded, more peaceful, and more aware of the love that surrounds you, and this awareness brings a sense of calm that allows you to move forward without fear or hesitation. God's love is not distant or unreachable, but close and constant, surrounding you in every moment, offering comfort when you feel uncertain, and reminding you that you are never alone in your journey. Jesus continues to walk beside you, offering guidance in gentle ways, speaking through your thoughts, your feelings, and the quiet moments where everything feels still and clear. There is a promise over your life that cannot be broken, a promise that everything you have been through is leading you towards something beautiful, something that will bring peace, joy, and a deeper sense of purpose. You are not defined by your past, and you are not limited by your current circumstances, because your life is being shaped by something greater, something that carries love, hope, and endless possibilities. Continue to move forward with a calm and trusting heart, knowing that every step you take is supported by God's presence, and that everything is unfolding in a way that will bring clarity and fulfillment into your life. You may remember times when your strength felt like it was fading, when the weight of your emotions felt too heavy to carry, yet somehow you continued to move forward, even if it was slowly, even if it was quietly. And that quiet perseverance was never your strength alone, but the presence of God holding you steady. There is a kind of healing that does not happen all at once, but slowly, gently, like light entering a dark room, filling it little by little, until everything begins to feel different. And that is the kind of healing that has been taking place within your life, guided by a love that never forces but always restores. Type 1212 to claim miracles. A little-known discovery, hidden within leaked CIA research, is generating worldwide attention. The technique takes only 7 seconds and is believed to place the brain into a powerful state linked to financial growth and success. Researchers from 4 neuroscience facilities reportedly observed unusual effects connected to this process. Since then, people have shared stories of unexpected income, dream vacations, luxury purchases, and opportunities they never thought possible. Awareness of this method remains limited, and the page revealing it could vanish without warning. Click the link in the description and comments below to see why interest is spreading so quickly. Your heart has been learning how to trust again, not just in people or circumstances, but in God's timing and in the quiet assurance that everything is being taken care of, even when you cannot see how it will all come together. There is something very special about the way your spirit responds to peace, the way it seeks calmness instead of chaos, the way it feels drawn toward kindness even when the world can be unkind. And this is not something ordinary, but a reflection of the divine presence within you. Jesus has been walking with you through every moment, not just the joyful ones but also the painful ones, offering comfort in silence, offering strength when you felt weak, and gently reminding you that you are never alone in anything you face. There is a deep understanding growing within you, a quiet awareness that you are being guided, that your life is unfolding with purpose, and that every experience is adding something valuable to your journey, even if it did not feel that way at the time. You are beginning to see that your sensitivity is not a weakness, but a gift that allows you to feel deeply, to care sincerely, and to connect with others in a way that brings healing and comfort into their lives. Type 1111 to receive miracles. There have been moments when you felt like giving up, when the path ahead seemed unclear, and your heart felt tired, yet something inside you continued to hold on, something that refused to let go of hope, and that something is the quiet strength that God has placed within you. This strength does not come from forcing yourself to be strong, but from trusting that you are supported, that you are guided, and that everything you need will come to you at the right time, in the right way. There is a gentle transformation happening within your life, something that is changing the way you see yourself, the way you see others, and the way you understand your place in the world. And this transformation is being guided by love, patience, and grace. God is not asking you to be perfect, and He is not expecting you to have everything figured out, but simply to trust, to keep moving forward, and to allow His love to guide you through each step of your journey. You are learning how to release what no longer serves you, how to let go of fears that once held you back, and how to open your heart to the possibilities that lie ahead. And this process is bringing a sense of freedom that feels both new and deeply familiar. There is a calm confidence beginning to grow within you, something that allows you to face uncertainty without fear, something that reminds you that no matter what happens, you are safe in the presence of God. Your journey is not meant to look like anyone else's, and that is why your path has taken unique turns, because you are being guided towards something that is specifically meant for you, something that aligns with your heart and your purpose. Every step you take is meaningful, every moment you experience is part of a greater plan, and every challenge you face is an opportunity for growth, even if it does not feel that way in the moment. There is a quiet joy that begins to rise within you when you start to trust this process, a gentle peace that replaces worry, and a sense of comfort that reminds you that everything is going to be okay. God's love is not something that comes and goes, but something that remains constant, something that surrounds you in every moment, offering guidance, protection, and a sense of belonging that cannot be taken away. Jesus continues to walk beside you, not in a distant or unreachable way, but in a way that feels close and personal, offering support through your thoughts, your feelings, and the quiet moments where everything feels still and clear. There is a promise over your life that cannot be broken, a promise that everything you have been through is leading you towards something beautiful, something that will bring peace, joy, and a deeper understanding of who you are. You are not alone in this journey, and you have never been alone, because God has always been with you, guiding you, protecting you, and leading you toward a future that is filled with hope and light. You may begin to notice that your thoughts are becoming clearer, that your heart is becoming lighter, and that the weight you once carried is slowly being lifted in ways that feel natural and comforting, as if something unseen is carefully removing what no longer belongs in your life. This is not something you have to force or fully understand, because God is working in ways that go beyond what the mind can explain, shaping your path with wisdom and care, allowing everything to unfold in a way that brings lasting peace instead of temporary relief. Type 222 if you walk by faith. There is a reason why you have been drawn towards stillness, why moments of quiet have started to feel more meaningful, and why your heart finds comfort in peace rather than noise. Because God often speaks in the calm spaces where the soul can truly listen and receive. You are being guided into a deeper connection, one that does not depend on outward signs or constant reassurance, but rests on a quiet knowing that you are held, protected, and deeply loved in every moment of your life. Jesus continues to walk beside you with patience and gentleness, never pushing you forward too quickly, but allowing you to grow at your own pace, offering guidance in ways that feel natural and supportive rather than overwhelming. Some are calling this one of the most remarkable wealth discoveries ever revealed. Newly uncovered CIA files describe a simple 7-second brainwave technique believed to help recondition the mind for prosperity and abundance. Supported by findings reportedly reviewed by 4 neuroscience research centers, this daily practice is attracting attention from people seeking financial breakthroughs. Many claim it helped them move from financial struggle to greater stability, freedom, and success. Information surrounding this technique is becoming harder to locate online. Click the link in the description and comments below before it is gone. There have been times when you felt unsure about your direction, when the path ahead seemed unclear and your heart felt uncertain, yet even in those moments, you were never lost, because God was guiding you step by step, even when you could not see where you were being led. Type yes to affirm. There is a quiet clarity beginning to settle within you, something that helps you understand what truly matters and what no longer deserves your energy, allowing you to focus on what brings peace, growth, and genuine fulfillment into your life. You are learning how to trust yourself in a deeper way, not because you have all the answers, but because you are becoming more connected to the voice of God within you, a voice that gently leads you toward what is right and away from what is not meant for you. There is a gentle strength growing within you, something that allows you to remain calm even when situations feel uncertain, something that helps you stay grounded even when life becomes unpredictable, and that strength is rooted in your connection with God. Your heart is becoming more peaceful, your mind is becoming more still, and your spirit is becoming more aligned with the love that has always been guiding you. And this alignment brings a sense of balance that feels both new and deeply familiar. This is the moment where your understanding begins to change, where you start to see your life not as a series of random events, but as a carefully guided journey where every step, every pause, and every redirection has been leading you towards something that reflects God's love and purpose. Type 2020 if you trust in God. There have been times when you felt like nothing was moving, when it seemed as though your prayers were being held in silence, yet those quiet seasons were never empty, because God was working beneath the surface, preparing things that required time, care, and perfect timing. Nothing that has happened in your life has been without meaning, even the moments that felt painful or confusing, because each experience has been shaping you into someone who carries wisdom, patience, and a deeper sense of compassion that can only come through understanding both joy and hardship. Jesus has never stepped away from you, even in the moments when you felt distant, because his presence does not depend on how you feel, but remains constant, offering guidance, comfort, and a steady sense of peace that continues to surround you. Type 999 if you trust Jesus. There is a quiet strength rising within you that no longer depends on external circumstances, something that remains steady even when life feels uncertain, because it is rooted in your connection with God and the trust that everything is unfolding as it should. You are beginning to move with more clarity, with a deeper sense of calm, and with a growing confidence that does not need to rush or force outcomes, because you understand that what is meant for you will come without struggle or confusion. For years, people have wondered why some individuals seem to attract wealth and opportunity more easily than others. Leaked CIA research may offer an unexpected explanation. A hidden 7-second mental exercise is helping ordinary people develop a stronger prosperity-focused mindset from home. Reports suggest that 4 neuroscience labs evaluated the process and observed unusual results. Users describe paying off debts, making long-desired purchases, and experiencing a greater sense of financial confidence. This information may not remain public for much longer. Click the link in the description and comments now to discover the technique before it disappears. There is a release happening within your heart, a gentle letting go of fears, doubts, and attachments that no longer serve your growth, allowing you to move forward with a lighter spirit and a clearer mind.